Hey, I'm Butterfly.
Hey, I'm Firefly.
Have you ever wondered if we aren't being told the truth about everything?
What have we been lied to about? Join us as we have conversations and ask questions about everything. We invite you to keep an open mind and consider the unfathomable.
Let's break the chains that enslave our minds. Come on, let's go down the rabbit hole.
What's up, Butterfly?
Hey, Firefly, what's going on?
I'm glad to see you.
I'm glad to see you.
We're making another episode.
I know.
Oh man, because we had a little bit of time off.
I know.
We had some life stuff coming up and we had
Yeah.
to take a little break. But all that happens in that time is we get more stuff to talk about.
Yeah. And then we did post some older episodes
We did.
that hadn't been posted yet. So
Mhm.
we try to keep our audience entertained, even if
They got new
they
stuff.
got new
But
stuff.
now we're like laying down fresh tracks, as
Yeah,
Eminem calls it. So
totally.
today we had kind of an interesting rabbit hole. What was your
I
idea?
know. Well, you know, this is a topic that I've been looking into for a while, but it seems like suddenly it's getting a lot of traction.
Hmm.
The underground cities and worlds. Have
Yeah.
you heard about these things?
Well, it's kind of like I don't know, maybe creeping into narratives here and
Right,
there.
right. It's kind of like now I notice like it seems like a lot of people are starting to acknowledge like it's sort of going mainstream that there's these tunnels and underground cities and possibly like whole little worlds down there.
You know what? It's like if there is, the cult's not going to let us know. So why
Mm-mm,
are they throwing us a dire wolf bone here?
I know. Well, I have a couple of theories. I think, first of all, I think it's a lot harder now for the cult to keep their secrets because of the internet, and there's so much,
Yeah,
there's people are able to do a lot more investigating now than they were a long time ago.
true.
And able to, even though we only have free-ish speech, and we aren't allowed to talk about certain things, people are still able to spread that information more easily than like in the days where you had to like mail a letter and it had to
No,
go
that's a
by
great
horseback.
point.
You know what I mean?
And that's why XAI had to take back over X
Right.
because they're in the process of kind of reining that stuff in,
And it was getting too like free.
but they haven't reined it in yet.
Mhm.
And during the last, say, 25 years, people have been able to kind of just say whatever you know what they
Yeah.
want. And that's probably pissed them off.
Oh yeah, it did. And
That's why,
I think it kind of, helped in, I mean, I'm sure that it helped in slowing down a lot of their plans, like they were talking about um what was their big plan, Agenda 20
well, they
or
started off with Agenda 21.
21.
And that was so we were supposed to all be dead by then. But then they went, yeah, you know what? And then they always kind of act like it's right exactly what they wanted. They're like, now it's Agenda 30.
Yeah. That's how we didn't really want
We
Agenda
did 21, we changed our mind. But actually what it was we haven't been able to shut you up and kill you yet. So now we're gonna have to push it back to 30, and
21.
we're hoping we can kill you all by then.
But you just heard something. You were telling me
No,
that
now they pushed it back again. So Bill Gates came out in Africa and he was just like, "Oh, the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation is going to close its doors in 2045. We're going to be done with our mission then." And
our
so,
mission of killing the
you
world.
know, it's kind of like one of those cults back in the 1800s where, there's one guy having sex with like nine wives, and he has like this whole idea that the end of the world is going to be on June 3rd, 1848 at 11:41 p.m.
Yeah.
And he's getting a lot of sex for saying that because all the girls are just like, "Oh my
Oh
God,
my
he's a
God.
prophet and he knows." And then that time comes and it doesn't happen. But then he goes, "It's actually been postponed to 1857 at 11:31 on June 4th." It's always on June 4th though. Okay, so now that date has passed and they went, it's 20 years after that, but keep having sex with me. I think that's kind of what the cult's doing. And the people who are following the cult, they're like the girls who still have sex with the cult leader.
Yeah, well, that kind of reminds me of the whole global warming thing. Remember when Al Gore was like, on this big rant all the time about global warming, and we were
By
all
2013.
yeah, we were all gonna just basically like I mean, it was gonna be like an inferno, like all the ice was melting and but then like things started cooling down like they tend to do, and then like so they had to just change the whole thing to just climate change.
Now
Now they
it's
just call it climate change.
yes.
Oh, we're gonna get flagged for that.
We're gonna
We call
Earth
it Earth
modification.
modification.
They changed the Earth
Yeah,
modification from
from
Earth temperature rising.
Earth temperature rising, Earth fever.
It was Earth
It was
fever.
Earth fever.
It was Earth fever, but then they went, wait,
They went, oh my gosh,
there's there's Earth
it's
cooling too,
cooling down.
so we're gonna just call it Earth modification.
Yeah.
And
So
it's your fault still.
and that just covers everything.
That
That
covers
just
everything.
basically covers it. And the cult followers, what's so sad and scary is like they believe it. They just go along with it.
Well,
Oh, okay.
well, see,
It's
we've
changing.
seen how people who are drinking Kool-Aid will just swallow blatant contradictions
Yeah.
and
And
just
just go
go,
along with them.
"That's fine,
Yeah, that's fine. And
whatever."
it doesn't really matter that that doesn't make sense. It's okay.
I heard
I believe it.
I heard a Rumble commercial the other day, and it kind of was similar to the underground cities.
Oh,
Where it was this guy going, "You see this map right here? This is a map of all of the hidden treasure along the West Coast." Have you seen this guy?
no.
And I'm
He's selling the
wondering
hidden treasure idea.
the hidden treasure. It's like, oh yeah,
Let's all be pirates
I'm going out California way. You know what I'm saying? Like we're gonna go start like panhandling or whatever. Or what do they call it when you're in the?
when you're in the gold
I
rush.
think that is panhandling.
Panhandling is like what the homeless do.
That's what the homeless do.
Yeah.
But what
Uh,
they do, they call it panhandling
did they?
gold. They panhandle. I think that's why it's called panhandling.
Oh, yeah, it came from
It
that.
came from, I think.
Wow, we're so
But
smart.
yeah, I mean, there's probably someone listening going, this guy's kind of retarded. But anyways,
He's a retard.
this is what I think might be going on is they know people are kind of like bored with their dystopian nightmare lives.
Yeah.
So they're like, why don't we just kind of like get them kind of LARPing, thinking that if we go start digging around, we might find underground cities and treasures.
So you're thinking they're making the whole thing up and they're like they want people to get excited about some under I don't know. I think they're actually
I think there might be too.
I think
The there's too many kind of weird things going on. Like,
I
remember,
I think what they're doing is damage control. I think that the truth is getting out there and people are discovering this stuff and they're trying to get ahead of the story. And so they're like, oh, yes, that's true. Maybe there are some underground things, but it's not nearly what you think it is. It's not like there's a palace under where Camp David is, where all the presidents go like 500,
yeah,
500 times each. Like they just like to go camping out in the woods at this little hut
yeah, they're gonna go to that cabin in the summertime that looks like it's probably like 110 degrees.
full of
Yeah,
mosquitoes,
full of
like
mosquitoes.
200 times.
Yeah,
Like some of the presidents have been there like 200 times.
yeah.
But it's really
They
fun.
spend like five
It's really
days.
fun. They probably roast marshmallows there.
Yeah.
I
They're
mean,
gonna sit there and watch the dog
that
play
is
on the
kind of
grass.
fun.
And it's like, oh no, they're going down into like gnarly underground bunkers and palaces.
Yeah.
And they love that they have exclusive access. Because that's another thing
Yeah.
that the psychopaths, they're megalomaniacs.
They like to have exclusive
This
access.
is ours. And we dug a big hole and we built it down here. So none of the plebs know about it.
It's like when you like go to a concert and you have like the backstage passes. Like only the cool people get those.
Yeah.
They've got like it's like a super backstage pass where they get to go to like underground cities
They
and
get to go like sit on Steven Tyler's lap.
yeah.
And there's like, yeah, that's better than a backstage pass.
And you know what this actually this would be another cause for submarines, I guess.
Well,
We've
the
been talking about
submarine,
that a lot.
yeah. Well, see, that's the thing I'm starting to wonder about. It's like maybe because remember you saw that weird ad in MLB?
Yeah. Like, come help us build. We need all these submarines. It was like Rosie the Riveter.
You know what that is? That's like the cult kind of talking to themselves through like a main event because that's probably what's going on is they're doing a wink wink to their other cult members
Oh yeah.
and they're saying let's get the plebs to build our subs
Yeah.
and that'll be fun.
Because we need them.
And then we'll use them to access places they'll never go. And they get off on that kind of stuff.
Right.
And they'll go down and be like watching their big screen TV down in a cave somewhere with their boys. And they'll be going, dude,
Like
this was made by the plebs.
yeah, like underwater or whatever. I mean, because what good reason would there be for a normal person to have a submarine?
No,
that
you can't see out.
we need to build so many of these that they're putting out a call to like recruit people, average
Oh,
people who are
gosh.
watching baseball games to come and build submarines.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think what's going on is only the really cool elites have gone and accessed these underground cities with their subs, and now to keep up with the Joneses. So all the other elites are like, "Oh, dude, I'm gonna go.
Yeah,
I'm going."
because every one of them wants their backstage pass.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
who knows? Like if you order a submarine on Amazon, I mean, it probably might take a while to
Jeff
fill.
Bezos has one.
Jeff Bezos has one, so he's like, "We sell them," but it takes a while to like. Yeah,
It's not an overnight kind of thing.
yeah, our fulfillment process for a submarine right now is kind of dependent on how many of these plebs we get to,
Yeah.
actually recruit.
Even if you're an Amazon Prime member, you're not getting this one overnight. You're gonna have to wait like at least a week.
So maybe, ooh, that kind of ties in then. So maybe they actually do need people to help them build their subs.
Hmm.
And maybe that's why they're kind of throwing these stories out there because I'm at this point, I'm starting to think if they're telling us something in any news source, it's on purpose.
Hmm.
There's a reason they're telling us that.
Totally.
And it's kind of creeping into a lot of different narratives.
It
You've
is.
seen like this underground idea coming in.
I mean, it's on the mainstream, right?
It's coming out,
Yeah.
right? So they're allowing it to come out. I think what they're kind of doing is saying, okay, let's get the people thinking that we need to do this, but we're going to give them an idea of they're going to be accessing it too, but they're not going to.
Oh, right.
But let's get them understanding that, hey, there's this whole new thing and it's
And,
all underwater
and everybody's gonna have a submarine.
and you're going to be a part of it, not.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're going to go work on our subs and then we're going to kind of dangle the carrot like you're going to be able to go down. And who knows, maybe they'll do like a tour to like some, you know what they could probably do? They'll build like some underwater cave world and they'll have people go down to it like SeaWorld and they'll be
Right.
like, "Oh, that's
Yeah, that'll be
cool."
like Disneyland, like,
And yeah.
that submarine
And
thing at
that'll be like their
Disneyland.
front, like, we're building this for you guys. But meanwhile, they have whole cities.
Oh my gosh, totally. I can totally see that.
And I've actually heard the cities go. So now you just mentioned the Camp David one. I
Yeah.
never heard that before, but it totally
Hmm.
makes sense.
Yeah.
And I'm also thinking there's probably one at that place where they burn the Owl of Care or whatever that is. What's that owl that they burn?
Oh, that place where Alex Jones goes, where
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
the cult
What's it
place.
called?
It's
Oh,
um oh
the
my,
cremation of care or whatever.
it's super sick. They all do like a bunch of like cult ritual like
So
stuff
all of
there.
them go there.
Yeah,
And they're not just hanging out in the redwoods and just like having a campfire.
right.
They've got
Yeah.
underground
There's something
gnarly
going on there.
because the cult likes their accoutrements.
Hmm.
They don't like camping with,
No, they're not going to go camp in some dingy little
like in a
cabin.
tent.
Yeah, or even a dingy cabin. They're
No,
going to go underground to the palace.
there's like
Yeah.
something going on there. And
Yeah.
then what I'm starting to think is they have tunnel systems probably connecting
Hmm.
everything
Hmm.
because, like I was talking about, remember that big underground city
In
that
New
was
York.
in New York?
Yeah.
And it was like thousands of homeless people living down
They
there.
were all living there. I think they exterminated the homeless people
They
and now they're,
duped them.
yeah,
And then they
they
just kind of
duped them.
went, you guys are no longer here, but this is cool for
Oh my
us.
gosh, maybe that's why there's such a big homeless problem now.
They
Maybe
had
they
to,
were all living in the underground
yeah.
tunnels
And they went,
and
you
they got
guys go
kicked
back up.
out and now they're up above.
Yeah.
And so,
And it sucks being in New York when it's like, you know,
yeah, like
cold in the
12
winter
degrees.
and then it also gets really beastly hot. So it was probably like homeless people were probably stoked on their underground dwellings. And they're just
Right.
like, but no, we're going to use it.
Yeah. Because I think these cities have been there for a really long time. Like, I think we mentioned this before, but if you look at some of the old buildings in like any city, like you can go to basically any city, and you find like a really old building, a lot of them have windows that go below the ground.
Yeah.
Now, no architect is going to design a building like that.
No.
So how did the windows why would they have windows below the ground? This kind of supports the idea that the ground was at a lower level once before,
Yeah, that's the mud
the mud
flood.
flood.
the
Yeah.
mud flood theory,
I think that
which
happened.
there could be some credence to
Hmm.
because there's even a building I saw a building with my own eyeballs,
I've seen some too.
where
Yeah.
it's like, why is there a window below the sidewalk level? So it's
Yeah.
just looking out at nothing.
And it's like before you start questioning these things, you see these things and you think, "Oh, that's weird," but you just think like, "Oh, well, I don't know you don't really sometimes it kind of takes like a little poke to like get you to
Yeah.
like snap out of the trance and wake up and question it like, "Okay, why would there be a window below the ground and like sometimes stairs that are like half below and half above?" Like that just doesn't even make sense in a
No,
construction
they
point of
didn't.
view, you know?
That means that the terrain has changed
Yeah.
and what happened, and they don't tell
They don't
us.
tell us, and that's the thing that's weird. Like, why do they keep it a secret? There's a reason for that. When they keep secrets, there's a reason.
I'm so tired of their little games of like, we're not letting you know. Nope, you don't get to know. Just accept it.
Yeah.
That's all right. Let them play their little games because when those people die, there's like a demon right down there in hell going, "Hey, right this way. Right this way to your
Down,
flaming cell."
down to their like
Yes,
window
your eternal
below
rescue.
the
Oh wait,
ground.
you have a window, but it just looks out at hell. So good for you. But anyways.
It's a room with
Oh man.
a view of hell.
It kind of makes me think of another thing too. I was thinking of remember there was a story a few weeks ago about Egypt and
Yeah.
like under the pyramids
Right.
there was a huge cavern.
They found this stuff.
So
Well, they've got this technology now where they can kind of, it's almost like an X-ray
yeah,
from
yeah.
far away where they
And
can
they use
see,
sonar and
yeah,
stuff and it
they can
bounces
see
back
it.
and they're like,
It's
whoa.
like an ultrasound, but on a
Yeah,
building.
exactly. No, there's the baby. So yeah, that was kind of demonstrating that underground cities might not be a new thing.
Yeah,
Might be something that's ancient,
right.
you know?
Like I think there were cities and civilizations from a long time ago that were much more advanced than what they want us to believe. You know what I
I
mean?
think so.
Like, why would they want us to believe that this stuff didn't exist or that these really advanced, like really complicated buildings were built in an era where supposedly there was just horse and buggy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you know why? Because if you look at what they're building now, it's all depressing and
Mm-hmm.
plain Jane.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't want us knowing how killer stuff was.
Right.
They want us to be like, no, no, we have 15-minute cities planned for you.
Yeah.
So we're not going to show you some palace that was built in 1781
Yeah.
because you're going to go, wait a second, that's beautiful. I aspire to that.
And the palaces with the spires on top, those things, like I've seen some videos and read some articles about how those things actually conducted electricity.
And
So,
that was what the
which is
cavern
free.
in Egypt was
Yeah,
doing. That big cavern was housing apparently like a huge energy
electrical conductor.
generator.
Yeah. And it's like they want us to pay for everything now, pay for electricity, pay for water, pay for all these natural resources that I think a long time ago people had for free.
So
You know,
wondering if Antarctica is the gateway
I know we talked about that.
and those societies have graduated to other lands
Mm,
and we've been left behind here and they are like, well, you guys, we're going to exterminate you in 15-minute cities, so don't be worrying about how awesome stuff was.
right.
We're going to teach you that everything's morbidly depressing, Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome, and you go into our 15-minute cities.
Yeah.
That's kind of what's going on. They
Yeah.
corral you. They don't really want you seeing beautiful stuff
No.
from the past.
They want us basically um they want us to be a third world. Like we're first world, right? We were talking about
It's interesting. You did bring this one
the,
up. This is an
the
interesting one.
third world.
Yeah.
I have a question though. Like Is there a second world?
Is there? Yeah, that's an interesting one. Like, okay, so yeah,
We're
the first
supposedly
world, and
first
then
world.
there's the third
There's
world.
a third world.
It's
Where's
like,
the
well,
second world?
the third world is so inferior that's like two numbers away.
It's two worlds
That's
away.
right. They're like,
It's not just second world, it's third world.
that's how much first world people don't want third world people living near them. They're like, you guys are like not even our neighbors. You're
You,
two worlds away.
you're two whole worlds away.
But yeah, so what if the second world is like those forgotten civilizations that have moved out?
Yeah. Or what if actually maybe that's the first world and we're actually the second world?
And we're the second
They're
world.
just, I mean, they do tell us lies all the time. Maybe we're the second world.
Well,
We're not
what I
that
do
far away
know
from third
is
world.
what we're living in is inferior to what I'm kind of suspecting took place before.
Yeah. Like they were able to build these magnificent churches and cathedrals and palaces and castles like way back hundreds of years ago. How were they able to build those things?
Did you
So beautiful,
see?
and they're still standing.
Did you see? Some really loving Muslims burnt down the Notre Dame Cathedral in France.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
When?
I think it was 2018.
Okay.
They're just like, we don't like Christianity. And it's like, okay, well, welcome.
Yeah.
Welcome to Europe.
Yeah.
And thanks for burning down one of our treasured cathedrals.
Right.
But anyways, I'm sure no one was arrested for that. It was part of their culture.
Yeah.
It
was a cultural emergency.
We had to rape and burn down your cathedral. But anyways, they were trying to rebuild the Notre Dame Cathedral, which was built I think in the 1200s. Might have been the 1400s. It was a long time ago.
A long time ago.
Like, yeah. And then,
like when supposedly all they had was horse and buggy.
And that's all they had.
Oh, and no machine,
no, this was
machines to build it.
They had very rudimentary tools.
Like maybe a hammer.
That's all. That's it.
Possibly a
Matter of
saw.
fact, the guy was kind of like just like karate chopping the wood. So, anyways, they had this top part of the Notre Dame Cathedral was called the Forest, and it was this intricate woodwork, very intricate. And our most advanced engineers couldn't figure out how to do it.
Replicate it.
So they had to go back and look at how the original dude did it and do it like that and literally follow those instructions. So that means that dude was more advanced than our dudes.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that means that.
And probably had like a really nice skill saw or something.
Probably.
Probably.
And then also, like, why are we building such ugly buildings and they're building those back then?
Yeah.
Like, why his building was so spectacularly gorgeous. Like, have you seen pictures of the Notre Dame Cathedral?
Yeah.
It's spectacularly gorgeous. Like, it's inspiring to see it.
I've actually been there. I was there a long time ago.
You've been there.
Yeah.
So you've seen it.
Mm-hmm.
It was inspiring. It's gorgeous. It's beautiful. If you look at the buildings look at something that was built recently.
Yeah.
Like, have you seen, like, everything that I've seen built recently looks like a 15-minute city. It looks like a big apartment complex, kind of like a big XAI jail.
Right.
With a shopping mall.
They all look like little prisons. They totally do. I mean, sometimes I drive by these things and I'm like, wow, it looks like a little prison.
It's a prison.
All these people are going to be.
It's a prison with a palm tree and a pool, but it's still prison.
Well, I mean, that's basically what, they want us to be, we're basically in this cage that we call Earth, that they don't want us to go beyond the perimeters that we talked about in our Antarctica.
That's an interesting idea. So that kind of pertains to all this underwater stuff is they're doing their breakaway societies. And what they're saying is
we can stay in our cage.
I think what they're pretty much saying, the elites are saying, we control what happens here on Earth. Do you understand?
Yeah.
We control what happens here on Earth. And what we've decided is you're not needed. We're going to kill you. We're going to kill you by corralling you into 15-minute cities and then exterminating you Malthus style. That's the plan. So that's happening. And they keep moving the dates. Like Bill Gates is like, well, what's going to be 2030 when we are going to have that done by? But now it's probably going to be 2045. Hurry up and die. But Anyways, they keep moving it back, but that's the plan. So if that's the plan, they're like, no, we're not giving you the technology that exists. We're
Right.
not giving that to you.
Yeah.
And we're not showing you beautiful shit.
Hmm.
We're not building beautiful shit. We're not making things efficient. We're not going to do things good.
Hmm.
We want you to be miserable. We want you to be Eeyore. And then we want you to turn into Dory.
Forget everything.
Yeah.
Groundhog Day syndrome.
Because,
Yeah.
Dory doesn't really
She
care.
doesn't care. She's basically, I think she's sort of overdosed on blue pills.
She is.
Right.
She's
She's like, whatever. I don't even remember what happened 5 minutes ago.
I don't remember. And this bland dystopia kind of suits me
Yeah.
right down to the ground.
Well, I heard Elon was talking so I guess Trump and Elon went to Dubai or somewhere, and they're like selling all this idea of total mass surveillance. And he was talking about how you know, we're basically people are not going to be needed. It's all going to be robots. So we're all going to need a universal basic income. He said that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
So
basically
so
the
basically,
future that they want.
yeah, people will be living in their little coffin apartments, getting their universal basic income. And they're
And you
probably
can
not,
kind of like translate that.
yeah.
You're, people are going to need their universal basic income is translated to you're going to die.
Yeah, because they're not going to want to just keep paying for
Yeah.
us. So they'd rather,
Why am I going to get an income?
yeah,
I'm not
and not
earning it.
doing anything.
So you guys just
Yeah.
love me enough to just
Yeah.
pay for my experience.
That's exactly it. That was exactly what I was thinking. I was like, well, they're just going to start killing off more people because,
Well, because basically, if I'm not earning my money, I'm just living off of love and charm.
Mhm.
And I don't know how far that's going to go with Donald Trump and Elon Musk. They might not think I'm that charming.
Yeah.
They might be like, you know what? I'm just going to turn you off.
Mhm.
Sorry. And that kind of brings up the other thing where like Trump was back in 2016, remember, and he was going, under the guise of we need to stop the flood of illegal immigrants,
Mhm.
which they brought in
Yeah.
to crash the first world.
So we're kind of a third world now.
So we're a
We're
third
like
world now.
I guess we're kind of a second world.
We're in the second.
We're like, yeah, we're like a mix.
We're in a gray area. But anyways, he is like saying no, because his base is steaming mad,
Mhm.
and they're buying into the whole left-right paradigm that Biden opened the borders.
Mhm.
But Trump and Elon are part of the same cult that did this whole replacement migration because they want a third world hellhole. And what Trump is saying is, in order to stop illegal immigration, so that's what he's telling his base, I'm going to stop this. We're going to use mass surveillance. And we're going to
Yeah.
have what did he call it? He called it a tracking system. We're
Mhm.
gonna have a complete tracking
He said it was
system.
going to be on air, land, and sea.
Air, land, and sea. So if you exist here on Earth, we're tracking you.
Yeah.
And who's we?
But that's all for a good reason.
Yeah.
It's only just to keep those other people out.
What it is global tracking is global BlackRock micromanagers.
Yeah. So they're going to micromanage and track everything you do. That's why, it's really important not to go along with any of the steps to help their little plan go forward. So don't get the real ID.
I
You
like
know
to
what I
just
mean?
walk around like in my house knowing that I'm being surveilled there and just go, fuck BlackRock. And then just kind of keep going about my day. Just kind of just to mess with them.
And then they go, uh-oh, we're gonna give him a ding social credit score. Your social credit score just went down.
Some Indian guy just like starts talking to me through a speaker in my house.
Very 1984.
Yeah, Firefly, you are not to disparage BlackRock. You do not say disparaging words about our God. BlackRock owns the world. Now you have an appointment with the CEO, and he's
Ooh.
going to fire you. And you know what that means?
You're fired.
They'll be mailing you a coffin.
Oh.
That's how they fire you. So
Yeah.
like Larry Fink, Larry Fink is the CEO of Earth, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if you step out of line, you got to go talk to the CEO. And if he says that you're fired, they just go, by the way,
Here's your coffin.
you can choose.
Or maybe they'll hand you a scarf.
That's it. You get a choice. You want scarf or coffin? Scarf or
I'd
coffin?
probably go with the scarf.
Yeah.
It's more stylish.
But you have like a time limit
Plus,
on
you
the
could
scarf.
like tie it a little loosely.
Yeah, you might survive this. I don't know, man. I mean, so like for people who don't know, the scarf and the coffin.
Hmm.
So the scarf is how some of the blue pills will make people hang themselves by hanging themselves from a scarf from a doorknob.
Which episode was it where we really talked about that one in full detail?
It was, oh man, I'll have to look back. I
It
can't remember.
was that the one where I laughed so hard I couldn't even talk?
Yes, it
Oh
was
my
that one.
gosh.
I think it was Ixnay on the XAI.
Was it?
I think so because we were talking about it. We were talking about how some of the medication will make you unalive yourself.
Some of the antidepressants.
Yes,
So you won't be depressed anymore, but you'll want to kill yourself in
in
a very
clinical trials,
a
what
very
they found
specific
was
way.
most people were happier, but some people went and hung themselves with a scarf by the doorknob. And so it's like, okay, it's kind of a roll of the
It
dice.
was, yeah,
One of the two things, you're either going to be happier or you're going to go hang yourself with a scarf.
it's very specific.
But now they have this other unaliving machine. Have you heard about
Yeah,
this?
this is so sick.
So they mail you a coffin and you just go and you lay in it, you gas yourself, and they come pick you up. And it's real convenient.
Well, no mess.
Yeah. So I think
Who picks that up? Like the UPS driver?
Justin Trudeau has like a special program. He's just like, we are really excited about it. So we funded the coffin pickup
Unalive
program.
program.
Yes, it's global, and we'll go pick up your coffin, even if you live in Timbuktu. We'll go pick up your
We'll
coffin
make it really easy for
because we
you.
love you.
Yeah.
We'll go pick up your coffin. So, but they don't. They probably just leave it in your house
Let
until
it
they
rot.
yeah, until they do your house, and then they just do your coffin. But anyways, but but I think that's probably what happens. So like so now you're in a global surveillance grid, right?
Yeah.
So everything you do is being watched by BlackRock.
Hmm.
And then if you step out of line, you got to go meet with the CEO. And he goes, Firefly, you're fired.
Oh gosh.
Firefly, you're fired. How do you want to go about the termination? Do you want to have a scarf or do you want to have coffin? You can choose here.
They give you a choice.
They at least you have a choice.
Yeah.
Because they love us.
Yeah.
They love us. So, anyways, I think this underwater city thing, I think it kind of pertains because what they're saying is, I think it's maybe that's what they're doing. They're just to torment us. They're going, by the way, we've got killer shit that you can't see.
Hmm.
Sorry.
Hmm.
By the way, 15-minute city's coming up. Get ready.
Right. You can have your 15-minute city. We'll be below.
You know what
They're
we'll
gonna be
do?
below.
You know what we'll do? You're gonna be eating what was that stuff that they made from Lucerne? It was cottage cheese, but it had
Locust bean paste.
locust bean
Yeah,
paste,
and guar gum.
guar gum. There you go. So you're gonna sit in your coffin apartment with your locust bean paste and your guar gum,
Hmm.
and you're gonna put your VR goggles on. And we have a special Netflix show that's about people who take submarines down to underwater
Oh yeah. You
palaces.
can watch this show about it.
And you can watch what we do
Yeah.
and virtually kind of vicariously like experience what we
It's
have.
not really a real thing. It's just a TV show that
It's
you
a
can
TV
watch.
show, but we kind of divulge.
You know what? Back to the cottage cheese. It's so funny you brought that up because I just read this post on Instagram today, and I guess some holistic doctor back many years ago found a cure for cancer, and it was organic flaxseed oil mixed with organic cottage cheese. Somehow it binds together, and it had something to do with like the omega fats in the cells or something of your body, and she was curing people this way. And so they totally like just blackballed her and said she was like
Yeah,
said she was
they don't want you to find cheap, effective cures
no.
for anything.
But what I think is interesting is because we talked about this a couple times, that I've been discovering that like most of the cottage cheese contains all these weird chemicals now. And I thought, okay, so it's like you take a healthy product like cottage cheese and now you add a bunch of weird additives to it. Why are they doing that? I think they're doing that to make even like the healthy stuff not healthy because most people probably won't read the ingredients label on cottage cheese. They think they're eating something healthy, right?
Well, I'm a bad person, but I have kind of a theory.
Okay.
But I'm a bad person.
Yeah, I know.
So I'm a bad person. I'm also a theory. I'm also a conspiracy theorist. So I have a conspiracy theory about that. I think um, they're poisoning white people food.
Oh.
I think that's what it is.
Interesting.
They're like, because like cottage cheese is kind of white.
Yeah,
I
that's true.
mean, it's like what white people like.
Yeah. But I mean, basically, in other words, they're trying to get rid of us. They're
They
trying to,
really
they're,
need it.
yeah.
Well, see, that was the whole point of the replacement migration. They
Hmm.
really need to get rid of white people because white people kind of have these notions, this like collective ethos of freedom.
And they really push the victim mentality to a lot of the minority groups, which aren't really minority groups anymore here, but
The
they,
majority groups.
yeah, they they push the victim mentality, like to make these people think that they can never get ahead and stuff like that, and
I'm
then
being
they can,
oppressed by these people who have less numbers and make less money than us.
yeah, and then they can control them easier. But I mean,
Well, that's why, because they, like we've talked about, why do they got to get rid of white people? We have this ethos of freedom. Like a lot of third world people, they're kind of accustomed to tyranny and like
right,
warlords,
true.
overlords,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah,
That's kind of like where they come from.
yeah.
And they're like, well, I don't mind living in this new tyranny that you guys are offering us.
Yeah,
Because
because
I always think of
they were
that.
living in cardboard boxes.
Yeah, like I see people like come to America and they live kind of like shitty lives, and I'm like, ooh, it's kind of squalor. But they're like, this is a lot better than where I come from.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's
And
true.
so, hey, more power to them. But I think that's why the cult likes them
Mhm.
because they're not going to ask any questions. They're
Right.
just going to like, okay, what do I got to do for my daily bread?
Yeah,
You
and if
know?
they get a universal basic income, they'd be stoked.
Wow, this is great.
Yeah.
Well, so anyways, I think this is kind of an interesting rabbit hole because it kind of pertains to like that disgusting aspect of the cult.
I know.
They're just
Like,
like
we have more. We have
us.
everything.
We have everything. You die, we have everything.
Mhm.
And now that's like it. But I always say, Marie Antoinette, that's all you gotta bring up.
Mhm.
Marie Antoinette didn't work out good for her.
She let them eat cake.
Let them eat paste. Let them eat locust paste.
Totally.
Should we stop talking about this?
I think we're probably gonna revisit this again because
It's kind of a
it
big deal.
like, it's kind of a big deal, and I think it kinda does relate to, Antarctica. It relates to the underwater stuff that they're talking about, the submarines. Now they're talking about all these, like,
What
seismic
if
activities
at
down.
some point in the future,
Mhm.
after we become huge, we're going to become huge. After we become huge and we have tons of money, we're gonna f-
We're gonna get a submarine
we're gonna have a submarine and we're gonna do a live stream and we're gonna
down
go
below.
down in the submarine and we're gonna live stream all the way to the middle of Antarctica.
I love it.
And that's how we're gonna do it.
The Iowa of
The
Antarctica.
Iowa of Antarctica, and we're gonna see the grass there, and
Yeah,
we're gonna play Tiger Woods' country club.
right.
That's what we're gonna do.
Yeah, and then we're gonna cruise around and, like, go to the underground palaces
Yes.
by Camp David.
Yeah, and then we're gonna go take the tour of all the untold lands
Uh,
in the flat Earth that exist out beyond there.
I love it.
Yeah, so that's what we're gonna have an episode like
Yeah,
that in the
so
future.
stick with us because we're gonna have,
Yeah,
that live stream.
there's gonna be more to
Might
touch on.
might not be, like, the next episode or, like, the next few, but it's coming.
It's coming. It's coming. But this is gonna come up again because I think we're talking about a lot of stuff here.
Yeah.
According to what you're saying, it's kind of coming up
It's
a lot.
kinda coming up here and there and everywhere.
I'm wondering if it's gonna be like the new Bluebeam because Bluebeam stuff's
I
coming
was
up.
just thinking that. That's so funny you said that because, yeah, it's like the blue beam, but down below.
It's Bluebeam down below.
Yeah,
Because I'm wondering, like, they keep
the
peppering
below
in this
beam.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And see, I kinda think it's all related.
yeah.
They're talking, the Project Bluebeam that we're talking about is where they're gonna have these holograms that look like alien ships are coming,
ET
which I've been
attacks.
hearing a lot of that happening too. But those alien UFO ships that are coming may be coming from below.
Well,
You
that's
know what I
always
mean?
like the real tinfoil hat conspiracy theory guys. They're like, well, the aliens are the ones who built the underground cities,
Mm.
and they've been there all along, and we're like their pets.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah,
So we are like caged
you know.
hamsters.
Well, see, I like to go where the rabbit hole leads,
Yeah.
but some rabbit holes you go down, and you go, yeah, that's a bunch of bullshit.
Yeah.
Because I'll go down any rabbit hole. But then once I realize that because there's Kool-Aid down there too.
I know. Well,
People drink rabbit hole Kool-Aid.
there's a lot of rabbit holes about flat Earth too, where they like want to make it sound like people are spinning on a pancake, like a flat pancake,
Yeah.
like a flying saucer out in the middle of space.
Well,
You know
see,
what I mean? Like
the
that.
thing about a rabbit hole is you shine the light on it, and when you find out, oh no, this is bullshit, let's move on.
Yeah.
That's kind of how you got to do
Well,
it.
some of those rabbit holes, I think they steer you in a certain direction on purpose. It's controlled opposition to get you
Yes.
like looking at something ridiculous so that you don't really see the real thing that's on the other
And I
side.
think that's what the whole Project Bluebeam is kind of predicated on.
Yeah.
It sounds like Bluebeam. We should do an episode on Bluebeam
Yeah, we should
because I think it kind of pertains like MK Ultra disassociating.
totally.
They're gonna have everybody disassociate.
Yeah.
They're all gonna Sirhan that ET comes.
Oh, they will. Mass mind control. They do
Mass
that.
mind
Yeah.
control, and then they're
They'll
gonna go
pitch us.
build submarines for the elites.
There'll be severance.
Severance.
It's like tying in like so many episodes.
That's right. That's right.
They'll go to work and build.
So we gotta touch on that. So we're gonna do a future episode on Project Bluebeam for sure.
Okay.
All right. Good talking to you.
You too.
All right. I'll talk to you soon.
Bye.